What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? You are welcome. And look who we have here. We have Simeon, the smooth Powell. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. So excited to have you on the show, man. And thank you for
Appreciate it.
pulling up to the Fight Week Show. You you made this big splash in the MMA world, and the way that you go about your business goes with your nickname. I swear. I mean, it took just watching your very first fight to really see why you go by that name there.
Yeah.
How has it been for you? You know, stepping into the world of MMA. What made you really want to do it to start with? We can give that to our audience.
Um. Well, it was. I needed to find something positive to put my energy into, and yeah, and I just fell in love with the sport, man. I felt like I got well. I got support from my coaches, from my first coaches, and then I just elevated. Do you know what I mean?
We know that you've trained with people like Johnny Walker, Louis, the Vanilla Gorilla, who's also been on our show. Salute to Louis. Um, being around those sort of people and rubbing shoulders with those sort of people, how does that help improve and maybe even take your MMA game to the next level?
Yeah, no, I've got the luxury of sparring with many fighters across the country and in the UK, and it's good because it helps you know where you're at, and it allows you to know that you can compete with the best in the country, and it just gives you that bit more belief in yourself, I guess. Yeah, but it's always good to get knowledge from all other people, and yeah, I'm grateful that I'm in a position to do that.
Let me ask you this. I mean, great composure to start a fight with, on your debut, your army debut with Robbie Kennedy.
Yeah,
Great composure. You came out aggressive. It had you on the cage, but you stayed patient. Just going back to that fight.
yeah.
But the way you then took him down and just reversed the whole thing that he's been trying to do to you, and just locked him off like that. How was that compared
Um,
to? Please.
yeah, no, I remember getting ready for the fight. I knew he was explosive. I knew he was an explosive guy, but
Mm.
I was just confident that wherever the fight went, I had the advantage. I just had to wait for my time. I knew my wrestling and grappling was superior, so I knew if I took him down and if he made mistakes, and I capitalized.
That rear naked choke was deep. I mean, when I looked at how it was under his chin hard, but like you also had a fight where you finished you finished with a flying knee, one of
Yeah.
them big ass flying knees. Was that part of the plan? Did you train that specific move going into that fight, or is it something that just the opportunity was there and you just delivered it?
Do you know what? I always knew it was an option. Do you know, a funny story. My mum actually was like, "Do you know what? You're gonna get him with a flying knee." Yeah, and I was like, "You know what? You're right." But then in the fight, one of my two good teammates, Jason Radcliffe and Bertie. If you watch the clip, you hear someone shout knee, elbow, and then like that kind of put it in my mind to throw it. So
Right.
yeah.
No, that was an impressive knockout. I mean, again, people just have to see you fight, and they already know exactly why you go by that nickname. You always kind of fought a middleweight, but you debuted into
Light
into,
heavyweight.
into yeah, a light heavyweight. What was the decision behind that? Was it something to do with weight cut, or is it again opportunity and situations that's led you to debut at light heavyweight?
What it was, I just growing as I got older. So I
Mm,
was, as you locked down and think it was like a year and a half or 2 years between, I don't know, my last amateur fight and then the debut. So I grew. Where was I? I think I was 20 when had my last amateur fight, and then I think I was 22 when I had my pro debut. So I grew, and I just got bigger. So it was that time. Do you know what I mean?
People will say maybe your toughest fight today in Tobias Baker. 'Cause I heard your post-fight interview. You hit that brother with everything. You hit that brother with everything, man, and he just won't go away. Like, what did you take? What did you take from that fight? Because sometimes you learn a lot more in a unanimous decision fight like that. Than like finishing people, finishing opponents in the first round. Please tell us what you took away from that one.
That's a good question, because I learned that you can't be hungry for the finish. Yeah, the finish will come. Your opportunity will come. Where I felt like at times I was a bit too finish hungry, because do you know what I mean? I really wanted to contract. It was a big opportunity. I wanted to impress, but I think I matured from that fight by being calm, and just allowing the fight to flow. And then if the opportunity for me to finish comes, it comes. So because I definitely could have. I know I could have finished that guy, but boy, you tough. He took some licks.
Yeah, he took some licks for real, man. That's tough, man. I mean, I could see even from your post-fight interview, I could see there was the other thing that you did mention. You wanted to manage your gas tank better, because you started saying, "This brother going here coming out. I need to manage my gas tank, man." Because
literally, But I was happy I made that adjustment, because I think round one I really put it out. Like, I put a high output at the end of round one, and then I was like, you know what, this guy's tough, so let me just chill a bit.
Hold back. Going into that situation, you then had a call from PFL. They told you to turn back around. 12 days.
Yeah.
Like,
it was actually 5 days.
5 days.
5 days. Well, like 12 days between the fights, but it was like 5 days notice. Yeah.
You barely got home. Like, what was that like mentally? And then turning right back around and going straight back out to do what you just literally got home.
Yeah, but brother, I was so motivated to do something people don't do. You don't hear about stuff like this in MMA. Like, people don't do this. Like, it was a big risk. I still had to cut 20 pounds, but I thought, you know what, this, if someone was to do a movie about me or write a book, like, this is a good story to have in that movie. So I thought, you know what, let me do it, and let me just push myself and see what I can do.
I mean, you fought João Paulo Fagundes, another undefeated fighter. Like, what? It's like you're an O hunter. You just go around taking people's O's, bruv. Like, what's it like going after these fighters, delivering the way you deliver, and even selecting your matchups and that? Like, what's that whole thought process? How does that come about?
See, with me, I don't duck fights. I don't dodge fights. My coaches have to hold me back. My management have to hold me back, because I want everyone. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a problem. But this fight, I asked for someone with a better record than me. I wanted someone. I wanted a test, and they brought him over, and I made it look easy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like I was in any trouble in the fight. But I just wanted to. I knew in my back home in England, London, I had to put on a show, man, and I had to do it against someone worthy. So I'm glad that I took that fight.
You have a quote saying, "My future in this sport is to become a world champion
Yeah.
and be remembered as one of the greatest fighters to ever do it.
Yeah.
What motivates you and inspires you to want to be, one of the greatest in mixed martial arts?
Wow, it's what it is for me is how much I've put into this. Like people are just seeing a quick rise, but I've been grafted, and I want that hard work to be almost like shown and remembered, because the only way I can do that is by striving for greatness and leaving my name in history. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is, man. I just want my work to be appreciated. That's what it truly is.
I mean, us fight fans definitely appreciate your work, man. I mean, it's not even a joke thing. Like we see what you do in the octagon, and it's just mesmerizing.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. It's truly great work of art. Looking back at your body of work at just 24 years of age, man, you've displayed incredible competency in all aspects of MMA. When you look at, because I still believe your ground game is so underrated. People don't even deep here and see what's really going on there.
Exactly.
I mean, from your wrestling to Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to boxing, how have you managed to gain so much and the ability to execute all of that in such a small space of time?
Like I said previously, hard work. I have grafted, man. I've grafted, and and there's so much room for improvement, and that's the scary thing. Like under the lights, I don't crumble. I perform because I've worked so hard, but yet there's still levels to go, and it's just exciting to see what can come about. But yeah, really, it's down to my hard work, man.
Yeah, man. We've heard you on record. Credit your first coach, Mr. Chris Foran, as giving you the belief in yourself that you needed to take yourself seriously as a fighter. What about him impacted you so greatly to really want to take this sport seriously?
From the day I walked into the gym, he just showed an interest in me, and that's what a young man like me needed to hear, that someone believed in me, that someone I saw potential in me. And I was like, I didn't see it myself to begin with, but he did, and as years went on and time went on, I just got better and better, and he just stuck with me, and he put me in certain positions that I'm grateful for, and for the rest of my life. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I owe him a lot.
Yeah, man, big up to Mr. Chris Foran there. What would be your advice? Because we have a lot of young audience, that follow our channel. What would be your advice to fighters coming up and developing, better timing and precision, as well as the ability to finish? What would be your advice to them in those sort of situations?
I would say just keep training, keep being consistent in the gym. Spar a lot, but don't spar stupid. Does that make if that makes sense? Like get your timing. Make sure you get your timing and your range on when you're sparring. Yeah, you need to spar often, because if you're not, like you're gonna struggle to find your range and stuff like that. And just be consistent in the gym. That's the main thing for me.
Yeah, man. Thank you for that one. You heard it here, people. You heard it here first from Simeon Powell. He said, "Keep sparring and do it the right way." You've talked about how you get mistaken for KSI. Tell us about that. How does that make you feel every time? You're out there, people mistaking you for him, and do you guys talk? Have you guys made contacts?
Nah, never, not yet. But it started from when I was like, was a 13-year-old boy in like high school, probably even earlier, just in the school playground, because KSI was on the rise back then, and everyone just used to just say I look like KSI,
Yeah, but
but yeah, no, I got then it's crazy. I got to watch his fight the other day, and
yeah.
then someone in the crowd also said I look like him.
Yeah, but that's a bad one still. But hey, we know you're a fan of Jake Paul as well, and he's just signed for PFL. You're the promotion that you're with. And from a business angle, what does it do for the promotion? What does it do for the sport from a business point of view?
I think it's great for the sport and the business side of the sport, because like Jake has many fans, right? And he's got a huge following, and all it can do is just benefit us fighters, because it just brings those casual eyes to the sport, I guess. I can't knock him for trying it. I can't get angry for him doing his thing. Do you know what I mean? So I just look at it as a good business opportunity for both the PFL, Jake, and us fighters, because he is also pushing for fighters to get paid more. So what can I really complain about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's one of the things that, you know what, love him or hate him, he wants fighters to get paid, what they do, and fair play to him on that. Do you think you could end up in there with him? Do you think he'll take you up on a fight?
On the fight, if he wants it, he can get it. But I don't think he wants a young, hungry guy like me, man. Not right now. He wants it.
I mean, I wanted to ask you what's your 2023 looking like? Give us a timeline. Are you looking to stay active 3 times, 4 times? What's 2023 looking like for us?
So I'm in the PFL Europe league, and I 3 fights to 100K. I see myself going 10-0 this year. I see myself 100K richer. I see myself now putting myself in a position that a lot of fighters wish to be in. Like I'll be chasing that $1 million check next year, and that's it. And I'll be able to, with the a bit more financial freedom, I'll just take it to the next level. Do you know what I mean? I can bring in new guys to my account. I can travel wherever I want in the world, and do you know what I mean? Get knowledge from wherever I want. So expect levels to be raised this year.
We are definitely looking forward to it. These are life-changing opportunities that you've just mentioned here, and for everything that you guys put your body through, the training, the sacrifices, the missing of milestones in your loved ones' lives and stuff like that, things that you put on hold just to make this dream happen. You guys definitely deserve every good thing that comes your way. We know how much Jon Jones, you look up to him in terms of inspiration in the sport, right? He's got a fight coming on the 4th of March. Let me just ask you a couple predictions in some of the fights that's coming up. Jon Jones is fighting Cyril Gane. It was obviously they tried to move that to see whether it was going to be fighting Francis Ngannou. That's not happening. Francis Ngannou could yet end up at your promotion, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's a different story. Jon Jones and Cyril Gane. How do you see that? How do you see that playing out?
I see. Oh, it's an interesting one. I'm kind of on the fence, because Cyril is in my opinion, he's the best striker Jones has faced ever.
So
and
technical.
it's at a heavier weight, right? A bit more power. It's dangerous, but also then I look at it on the flip side. Francis Ngannou took down Cyril Gane with bad knees, and I look at it like John Jones's wrestling is like is quite good, but it's hard, man. It's hard. We have so many questions unanswered because we've never seen Jones at this weight. We've never, do you know what I mean? Like, and Jones is like, he hasn't been performing against guys that give it to him. Do you know what I mean? Guys that are hungry, giving it to him. Like he still won. In my opinion, he's won those fights, and people say he hasn't won those fights, but I thought he won those fights. They didn't do enough, I feel. But I feel like if Cyril puts it on him and Jones doesn't wrestle, then it's a bad day for Cyril.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Jones to me is one of these guys that he's just good at everything. He's good everywhere, and he's every time you think Octagon Ross or Ring Ross is gonna get him, it doesn't get Jones. You know, Jones he just turns up, he does what he does, and finds a way to win. And for me, it's tough to see. So many questions to be answered because Cyril Gane is so dynamic, he's so technical, and that's one to definitely look forward to. We got one next week with Volkanovski and Islam Makhachev. This one is happening obviously out there in Australia. Again, seeing the way Islam dispatched Charles Oliveira, how do you feel Volkanovski is gonna match up to Islam Makhachev there? That's a big one. This one's for legacy.
It's a big fight that hasn't been promoted enough, I feel like. I agree. I think Islam gets it done, but Volkanovski is very tough. You know what I mean? We saw him in that Brian Ortega fight when he was. He's a tough guy. So I reckon Islam gets it done, but it won't be easy like people think. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I ask you? Do you follow any football teams in the Prem?
I'm an Arsenal fan. I try to keep up with football, but like it's not really my thing. But yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan by heart.
Arsenal fan. All right.
I know we're doing well this year.
I was gonna say, like the way they do this season. Cause I'm an Arsenal fan myself, so it makes this conversation just that little bit better. Right? the way we've moved this season has been impressive. We lost yesterday, by the way, to Sean Dyche. But how Arsenal's been going this season? Is this something you expected, and do you expect them to really challenge City towards the end of the season, perhaps even lifting the Premier League?
Yeah, because I'm 24 now, and like in my lifetime, I ain't really seen Arsenal win too much.
Wow.
Like few FA Cups. Do you know what I mean? I never really expect. You know what I mean? We expect top 4, but we don't really expect to win. Do you know what I mean? But then I've been tapping in a little bit this year, and I feel like we can do it, man.
The belief is rising, match day by match day.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
We get close, and it's like they always break my heart. So
yeah, man. Hopefully we're able to do it. This season it's been a great season for us, regardless of how it ends. I just want us to challenge, and I've seen us win 3 league titles and so many FA Cups as well, and this one here is going to be a special one. Not winning it for over 20 years and getting to the end and winning it this year is going to be a mad one for a lot of you fans that's your age as well, that hasn't seen Arsenal do something like that, man. It's wild. It's wild, man.
Never. Like, I heard about the Invincibles, and you know what I mean, but we never got to really experience.
It's crazy. But when you think about it, when you think about it, and the age that you're at, if anyone told me the last time we won the Premier League title that it was going to take this long to win another one, I'll tell them to bugger off. That was how good we was in those days. It's crazy. It's crazy. Simeon, thank you so much for the time that you've given us. You've been so generous with your time. I really, really appreciate it. I've enjoyed that conversation. I feel like I've known you forever, but like I could talk to you forever, bro. Hopefully down the line, if you don't mind, we'd like to bring you back on the channel, perhaps after 100%, after your fight.
After this fight, I promise you, I got you on another one. All right.
Yeah, no problem, my brother. No problem. We really appreciate it, man. And up onto the next video, people. Yeah, please. You was gonna say something.
No, I was saying, keep doing your thing, man. Like I like how you interview and you do your research very well. So I appreciate it.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate your time on here. And up onto the next video. Hasta la vista, people. We're out.
Hey guys, this is John Anik from the UFC. You're watching the Fight Week Show. Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.